Okay, so exercise number 2 is actually an exercise that I learned from actually another YouTube video a long time ago, and I still use it quite regularly. I think it's a very fun exercise to play, and it helps with the dexterity of your fingers. I'm going to show you this in the Ionian shape of the E minor scale, which, as you know, begins on the G, the 3rd fret of the low E, and is 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so this shape basically, to explain it and to summarize it in brief terms, you could say you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step backwards, if that makes sense. So basically what you're doing is you're beginning on the typical first note of the scale, skipping the 2nd, going to the 3rd, going back to the note you missed, skipping the next note, going to the next note, going back to the note you missed, skipping the next note, going to the next note, etc., going back to the one you missed, and skipping a note. So basically you're going 2 forward, 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back within the scale shape. So in the Ionian shape, you begin on the 3rd fret of the low E. Keep in mind to alternate pick this exercise as well. You begin on the 3rd fret of the low E. Then you skip the 5th and go to the 7th. Go back to the 5th that you missed. Go to the 3rd fret of the A. Go back to the 7th that you missed on the low E. Go to the 5th fret of the A. Then you have 3 and 7 on the A. So far we have. Okay. After that, you go back to the note you missed after the 7th, which was the 5 on the A. And you go 5 on the A, 4 on the D. 7 on the A, 5 on the D, 4 on the D, 7 on the D. So okay, so after the 7 on the D, you go to the 5th fret of the D, 4th fret of the G, 7th fret of the D, 5th fret of the G, 4th fret of the G, 7th fret of the G. So up to there we have. After that, you go 5th fret of the G, 5th fret of the B, 7th fret of the G, 7th fret of the B, 5th and 8th fret of the B, 7th fret of the B, 5th fret of the high E, 8th fret of the B, 7th fret of the high E, and then 5 and 8 on the high E. So this entire pattern will sound like this. Okay, you can also do that in a descending pattern, which is the complete opposite of what I just showed you. I'll play it slowly so you can see what I'm doing without explaining it in detail. Okay, so you can practice these using a metronome, which is a great idea. Starting out slow and progressively working your way up to a faster speed. So that is exercise number 2.